Yeah, man, people, welcome back to the Morning Insider and Nicardo Media House. Bless up to the people on the Wednesday morning. Really appreciate everybody keep supporting the channel and the Morning Insider as well. You don't know, we're here again, to talk about, very interesting topics around, the spectacles around Reggae Boyz football. And if I find something, out of the box, I will plug it in. You don't know, but I mean, can't complain. It's Wednesday. The week around fast. After today, it's just a few more days left before a lot of people would say, maybe, yeah, it's payday, or a lot of people would say, they're waiting for the fortnight to come, which probably will be next week for a lot of people. But I don't know. Hope you guys enjoy yourself. Comment in the comment section and tell me what you guys doing. Meanwhile, you're watching Nicardo Media House. You watch it on your telephone, laptop, you watch it on your computer, whatever it is. You watch it on a you watch it on a desktop, you watch it on a TV, you watch it on a tablet. Tell me what you guys really watching it on, and what activity you really doing. I would love to hear. You watching the Morning Insider, especially for those people watching the video as soon as the notification ping on them phone. Really appreciate the support. Yeah, bless up on yourself. Salute. Yeah, man. So this is where we really gonna start off. I'm gonna start off on an EFL Cup. Yeah, EFL Cup. The man himself, Daniel Johnson. I've got a weird, a very weird start. I never see this one really coming. To be honest, especially under this coach. But what happened? For the last 2 games before the EFL Championship kickoff, yeah, Daniel Johnson have put in a very good shift in those games. So I don't know if the coach really see a shift of attitude. Yeah, I don't know if he see a different type of player. He decided, okay, I'm going to give DJ a chance, and he gave him a chance, in the first game, which was weekend gone, and then a few days later, which is yesterday, Tuesday, him get this weird start at left back. And I remember in January, yeah, when I think the third run of the FA Cup, if it's not the third run, it's the fourth run, but I think it's the third run against Brighton. They got, I think, 4-2 at Bet360 Stadium. Yeah, Daniel Johnson started at left back. But this is the weird one. This is what I'm saying now. This is the first time DJ I play back-to-back under this coach. Yeah, since January the 1st and January the 6th. Remember that. First time DJ I play back-to-back against this coach, under this coach, is the 1st of January and the 6th. And that was, I know the first was a league game, and the 6th was the FA Cup game at home when they play Brighton, and they lost that game. DJ played at left back. But listen to this, this coach, he have managed, Stoke City 33 games already, yeah, since he got appointed. He got appointed last year. Last year he got appointed, late managed his first game on December the 2nd, and he managed the team in 33 games, and DJ have played in 11 of those games. Yeah, 11 and half of those games that he played in, him not get a start in them. But the last time, DJ, I remember DJ really started a game. I think it was on February 10th, and he missed a penalty in that game. That was a weird one. DJ normally a man, for Preston, always clinical, and set piece, penalty kicks. It's not nothing new for DJ, but look, can he really, use this opportunity and just look, he going to kicks off his Stoke City career. Look, all summer, DJ have been linking with a move away from Bet360 Stadium. They told him, you can leave if there's an offer and it suits you. You can leave. Once it suits all parties, you're free to leave. You're not in the plans. And sit there. Sometimes it just take a little fight. Sometimes it just take a little bit of change of attitude. You get what I say? So, but talking about Stoke City, the man who assists the goal, today, a potential, for many years I've been linking, to switch allegiance, to play for the Reggae Boyz, Lewis Baker. He also, scored in that first game of the EFL Championship, and today he assists. And those two players, DJ, yeah, the Reggae Boy International, and a potential Reggae Boy player, Lewis Baker, yeah, have linked with a move away from Bet360 Stadium all summer. So I don't know, look, he got an opportunity. He started today, couple days ago, Lewis Baker, he scored, no, he assists. So guess what? Coming up on the weekend, more likely, the coach will probably favor him in the midfield. And, for DJ, very good performance he put in. Can't complain, probably place him at left back again, and I was watching that game, last season against Brighton. He was playing left inverted, so I don't knew that, the coach, Steven Schumacher, have done with DJ already, but yeah, bless up to, Stoke City, they move on to the second round of the Carabao Cup, they beat Carsley, if that's how you pronounce the name right. But yeah, man, moving on, we're going to talk about another player that bless up to the legend, Ricardo Gardner, Che Gardner have made his professional debut last weekend against Cambridge, a game that they won 2-0. He started yesterday against who they play Blackburn Rovers. He started that game, and it's so beautiful, to see that, a former Reggae Boy player is turning out, a former Reggae Boy player's son, Che, is playing professional football, 17-year-old, he's still a scholar, contract at Stockport County. They got promoted last season from League 2, into League 1. So they playing at a very high division, and look, I think, I watched the press conference of the coach where he was talking about, look, it's a very young team, he had around 7 to 8 academies player on the pitch at the end of the game. So, it's nothing new. He's trying to promote youngsters and push through youngsters and try to elevate them. And you don't know the thing working at the lower league, push them on to a big transfer, fee. But yeah, big up to Ricardo Gardner and Che Gardner. Really, really love to see the progress the young man is really making. Trying to make the same footstep that his dad did in England, but on a different part. But baby, I hope you make the youth can play for God Save the Queen, the Reggae Boyz, black, green and gold youth for put on 17, JFF, hurry up and call up the youth. I wonder if, I don't think he will be eligible to play, the under 17 record, but let's see if he's going to be, if he's going to be around, for the next World Cup qualifier that is under 20, or who knows, a couple years from now, he's playing really good football, like with the big boys, and probably can get a senior call up, who knows. But baby, please don't make the youth play for England. They don't know Che. Come home and play for the Reggae Boyz. Next up, Coventry, they won their game also, but a player that I really excited about, I watched the game keenly yesterday, and I was really looking at Casey Palmer, and I was like, why we can't get that Casey Palmer playing for the Reggae Boyz? I don't know, but the way almost Casey Palmer play yesterday, I was like, wow, he was playing in the number 10 position. He assisted the goal. Sims came off the bench and scored in that game. And he's another potential Reggae Boy player. So, the Reggae Boyz them do well, in the EFL, Carabao Cup. You said the EFL Cup, in the first round, Reggae Boyz them do well, the present players them and the potential players them as well. You get me I say? But Casey Palmer, I just can't wrap my head around it at times. He played really good last season, at Coventry. Most of the time he get a start, or whenever he's playing in the final third. That's where he's playing. Is it on the left? Is it on the number 10 position, or is on the right? You really see Casey Palmer play in the 6th or the 8th role for Coventry. And Joe Latibody also played today at right back. But Casey Palmer, he was a star after show. One shot on target, one off target, with an assist. He had over 20 touches on the ball. I think he really, put his foot down and, on that game yesterday, and really dictate the tempo in the game, for Coventry in their attacking final third, But Casey, I don't know. I'm not really even going to blame Casey, because maybe he's playing into a very, very good system. And when I was looking at it, him and Adjurite were linking up really good in the game. Sims came on. It was actually the same thing. His game never dropped off, not one bit. So hope, the players that really, haven't been playing good for the Reggae Boyz. Hopefully, this is a turn of the corner, but Casey Palmer, man, it's going to be very hard sometimes when you really look at it. Casey, playing really good, start out the season really well. Back-to-back games now, playing in the league and in the cup. if Hutchinson should come, you're going to have Leon, you're going to have the Margaret, who will play the number 10, who will play number 8. It's going to, a case of Palmer and Hutchinson can play in the midfield and have that very good steal behind of them. Who knows, but I mean, next up, Joe Latibody, he play alright. He play really okay. But next, this one that I really see, I think around a week ago I done a video with Shamar Nicholson, talking about transfer at Al Ali, after a major platform, in the Middle East broke the news that, Al Ali is looking to talk with the Jamaican international. No, I was looking at this story and it keep building up, for the last 3 to 4 days. I have been monitoring this situation and I was like, okay, let's take a calm sea pill and relax and see what the story is. But when I'm really looking at it, it seems like there's a very big interest, with the Turkish club, Antalyaspor. It seems that they're very interested in him. But I think the 2 million that, CSK Moscow, Spartak Moscow, I must say, Spartak Moscow is asking for, it just seems like it's just probably too much. They're asking for 2 million, but, the Turkish club wanted to pay just around $1 million. The player have 2 years left on the contract. It's still a whole lot a time left back on his contract. His contract not expire until 2026. So looking at it, Shamar Nicholson, they've really done himself really good, in the previous club that he played for, in the French Liga for Clermont Foot. He never really stamped him foot down and like, okay, I can play at this level, but it's good to see that, he's attracting eyes from, from clubs around Europe. I think Turkish League would be a really good team and a really good league. That team also mid-table team. I think they should be a very good team for him. But, let's see. And I'm going to monitor the situation very keenly. Let's see what's going to happen. But, yeah, it broke again from a media in Turkey, that look, the club is interested in Shamar Nicholson, heavily interested in him and want to sign him, but them and Spartak Moscow can't come to terms as yet, But let's see, it's like every summer Shamar Nicholson is linked with another club. It's like every summer, since he moved away from Boston, every summer he linked with a move away from his current club. Hope, 27 years old, hopefully he can find a home. Hopefully, he can find a home at this moment. Yeah, 27, you need to be putting your foot on the ground and playing some good football. Find a home and just know, say, this is the club I'm going to play for the next 3 to 5 years from now. Yeah, so hopefully, Shamar Nicholson can get a really good club that's going to believe in him, that's going to give him game time, and give him that opportunity and build that team around him, just like what they did, in our in Slovenia or Slovakia, one of those countries, and Belgium. They marshal a team around him and they make sure that he is the leading man, leading that line, and they believe in him. So that's how Nicholson strive. When you believe in him and know that you give him the time and know that, look, you is a man, you're going to score the goals. Shamar Nicholson is a goal scorer, but sometimes he tend to take more chances before he put the ball in the back of the net. But I think he can be a lethal striker. I think he can be a lethal striker, but it's up to his attitude and what you're going to get from Shamar Nicholson. But moving on, talking about a player who currently, under contract from a Russian team, maybe transfer to a Turkish club. Renaldo Cephas, look. Thanks to for John for the topic to a reminder of, because me and John did a really look at the situation like this thing Anna since yesterday or the last 30-35 hours since it really gotten really serious. This have been happening all summer. This is something that been happening for the last 2 months. Renaldo Cephas. I don't know what is really going on with Renaldo Cephas and his agent. Maybe trying to find the door at Ankara Gucu. A very poor season. They barely escape. They drop. They save and they live to fight another day in the Turkish top flight league. But it's been happening since the last part of June going into July. It seems like, I don't know if Cephas is pushing for a move, but it not look good. It really not look good. Sometimes, you play with these Turkish fans. It's not something to mess around with. You understand? But it's reported, like, from the club that, I don't know if Renaldo Cephas aren't answering his phone or something, but they report a lot of media, around in Turkey and fan page around Ankara Gucu reporting that the player is missing and all of that. But I think, it's something that's been happening for the last month. As I said, I was looking at the story. I picked up the story. I think I was watching beIN Sports, and I was watching one of those Turkish journalists, and they were just talking about football, and Cephas name came up, and his club name came up, and from then I started to monitor. But it seems like it just started to gain a little bit more attraction, more and more, since the last 30 to 35 hours. Look, I think, if you need a move, put in a transfer request. If you negotiate it with another team and you want to move on, put in a transfer request. Look, you're still under contract with the club. Whatever is happening outside of Ankara Gucu, and if you're negotiating or already sign a deal, they can block you. You're under contract. But I don't know if there is a clause in his contract that if a club come in and he want to go to that club, they have to release him and negotiate a fee with that club. So many things signed in contract and all of that stuff. But Renaldo Cephas, man, look, the only reggae boy player, the only Jamaican player, one Arnett Gardner, one junglist, is the only player, in Jamaica that ever played in all 3 European competition at one season. In one season, he played in the conference. No, he started out in the Champions League, then his team dropped down into the Europa League, and this is all qualification. This man have played in the top 3 European tournaments in one summer: Champions League, Europa League, and Europa Conference League. I think he was at Skopje, the team in North Macedonia. This is a youth man, well talented, speed, skill, everything. But look, hopefully Cephas can really sort out the situation. As I said, Turkish fans and something to play with. Turkish club and something to play with. Talking of experience, I think what's his name, Orgil, the player that scored in the Gold Cup when we played Honduras. He scored a brace. He can tell you Turkish club and something nice to play. So if you want to move, do it the right way, do it the proper way. Don't just go disappearing and not answering any phone calls, no text, not showing up to training, not showing up to match day. Look, I'm going to keep a close eye at the situation, and if any big major update, I will let you guys know as well. Another update, Isaac Eden, a potential reggae boy player, is on the verge for sign a contract in the EFL. It's going to be either Reading or Cardiff. It's very close, So let's see what really going to happen. If there's anything going to be any major twist, you don't know. One of the main thing is really holding up Isaac Eden contract of trying to transfer from Newcastle to a championship club on a loan term is his big fat wage, which reported around 50k per week. No championship club can pay that. Newcastle, they trying to get some of his wage off the book, so they can have a little bit more room for FFP, and FFP is all around football. But I think that's it for that segment. So this segment right now, looking at it, it's the race. It is the race for Steve McCLAREN 23-man squad for the game coming up in a couple weeks from now. I think today is what? Today is the 14th, right? Today the 14th. I think it's going to be probably our next week and a half before the squad name, or 2 weeks from now before the squad name. Because what I'm always say, 7 days before match day, and the game kicks off September the 5th. So probably around the 27th, 28th, somewhere right there, a squad will be named for the upcoming games for the Reggae Boyz Steve McCLAREN first 23-man squad. But people, I'm saying this is the first 23-man squad that will be named, and guess what? It's a race. Who will be in that 23-man squad? It will be a very good squad. That's all I know. But it's very interesting though. Who will be in it? Will it be the usual suspect? Will it have one or two new additional pieces? But let me say this. Yeah, start off with this name, Adik. Yeah, the young goalkeeper, who was at Crawley in the League 2, helped them got, promoted into League 1. He had 175 save, the most in League 2 last season. I was like, how is this player is not around the senior team? How is this player is not around the senior team? This is a very good young goalkeeper. He's 24, 25, 6'5" tall. Very good. Very, very good with the ball at his feet. He's very good. I was like, he's playing for Stockport County, just got transfer, there. So I'm like, is that, our scouting system, probably not seeing this player. I know he represent the Reggae Boyz, I think, in that game that they played against Catalonia, but he seems like he's going to be a very, very good goalkeeper. And I think, look, in the upcoming games, he should be around the team. He played 35 games in his first spell at in League 2 for Crawley. Yeah, I hope I am calling that team name. Let's see if. Yeah, the young man, his name is Corey Addy. He made his professional, he made an official debut in a game against Catalonia that played in Spain. He replacing Dylan Barnes in the 56th minute of that game, in 2022. Remember that game? But yeah, he's a very good goalkeeper. He's coming from, Crawley. He spent 2 seasons there. His first season he's played around 35 games. His second season, which is his breakout season, played over literally almost all of the games in League 1, last season. And, Stockport County see the potential and they sign him. They sign him up, and now, he's going to be a very good goalkeeper at that level, but it's just going to take some time, for him to settle at Stockport County in League 1 division. But look, 40th game last season, okay? He had the most saves in League 2 last season. He had 175 saves. He's really good at the ball at his feet, like really good, 2-footed. He's 6'5". He's a good shot blocker. He's a complete. Kenya Boys class is still trying to break through that Reading team. Yeah, we have Shaquan Davis there. We have what's his name? We have Bobby there. That I forgot his name. I forgot the goalkeeper name, man, that played in the Copa America. We have him there as well. Yeah, this goalkeeper should be around the national team setup. Trust me, he's a very good goalkeeper. But yeah, moving on. But I'm going to move on from Corey Addy. Yeah. Next up, he should probably be around. That's my thing. But Amari Bell is back. What type of Amari Bell will be back after such a long time out? Look. He got that hamstring injury, back to, I think it was, he came back and then he went back down again, for Luton Town in the Premier League last season. But remember, he played majority of his game at left centre half. Yeah, we don't really play 3 at the back, and if we do play 3 at the back, that spot that Amar Bell play for Luton Town in the Reggae Boyz team, that's Ethan Pinnock's spot. So I don't know. And when you look at Luton Town, he's not going to get any game over Doherty at the left wing back. He's just not going to get any game there. You see that they play 3 at the back at time or 4 at the back. So it's going to be very interesting to see Amari Bell if he's going to be back for the 23-man squad for the Nations League, and he will be rivaling Greg Lay, a player that also played yesterday for Oxford United. But another situation, Greg Lay have lost his spot in Oxford squad. He started the season well last season, but at the end he just kind of faded out from the starting line. I don't know if because of rest, but in the promotions, in the playoffs games, he didn't really start the big games. He sit on the bench. But you have to big up Oxford. After 25 years, they back in the EFL Championship. Yeah, I think the last time they spent a season in the EFL Championship was 1997-1998 season. So they finally back after come 5th. Yeah, they finished 5th last season in League 1 with around 77 points. And then, they beat Bolton Wanderers 2-0. I was watching that game. Murphy took that game away from them. Yeah, Murphy took that game away from them with a brace at Wembley Stadium. So 2 early goals in the first half, they never get back, and Oxford United got promoted. So yeah, I'm just saying, Bell, it's very interesting to see if Bell will be back and rival, Gregley. I think probably the young fella that in the MLS for Atlanta, Jan Bell, probably he will miss out on a call up coming up. And also I think Hector should be out. Hector is struggling to get a club at this moment. There's nothing. Everything is dry around Michael Hector, as well. DJ, I talk about that, in the first part of the video, that will DJ be around, especially getting a few games, getting minutes again under his belt at Stoke City, big question mark. Will Leon Chippy Bailey be back? I don't know. Steve McCLAREN is probably the only one to answer that question, or the administration. But I'm just saying, I'm just calling some name that look potentially, ins and out and questions and around it when it comes on, for the next 23-man squad for the Nations League. And also Big BOZA and Mikel Antonio with 2 top striker. We can't see them. BOZA struggling to get a club. Mikel Antonio don't even know if he's going to start the game coming up on the weekend. West Ham, they signed Fulkrug, the German international. So every season again, our 2 strikers have linked to a club. Every summer is like every transfer window. Our players, 2 top striker linked to a club. I don't know, man. The man need for second down, man. But who else? Even Kaim Dixon still waiting for that work permit to be in, but as I'm hearing, unofficial, the deal is done. They're just waiting for that last piece of information, and so they can announce that deal. Yeah. Also, looking at it, Wes Harding. I think Wes Harding, should keep his spot. He played at centre back. I think they beat. I think Millwall win, yesterday in the EFL Cup as well. Wes Harding play right centre back. I watch his highlights. Really good on the ball as usual. Very, very rough. Very robust. Very raw. I love Wes Harding. I think he should keep his spot. The game that he played in the Copa America, I think it was against Venezuela. He played really good. Especially in that second half. Right wing back. He played really good. I love him. I think he should be around, and he should be replacing Hector in that starting lineup or something. But Wes Harding should be beating down the door for a starting spot in that back 3 or back 4. It's very interesting though. Tell me guys, what formation you guys think Steve McCLAREN will use in a 3 at the back, 4 at the back? I don't think Steve McCLAREN is a 3 at the back, but let's see what's going to happen, as well. I expect Alex Marshall should be out of that squad. I don't think Alex Marshall will be around that squad. We don't know. Probably there's a surprise that, but we heard that, big money move from Portmore United to Mount Pleasant, Also, Kevin Lambert 50-50, but Kevin Lambert is in a season now. Played around 17 games, for San Antonio on loan from Real Salt Lake. So, he's fit, he's okay, but because I think of lack of bodies, the lack of quality in that central midfield, in the central midfield era for the Reggae Boyz, I think he probably granted another call up, and I hope he can probably prove the new boss that look, I deserve to be around a squad. But Jamal Lowe scored on the weekend, run riot at home, in that first game of the EFL Championship. But Jamal Lowe he wasn't around in the Copa America squad. So let's see what's going to happen. Seems like he's going to find back his mojo. It seems like he get another team like Swansea City that's going to believe in him. That's going to give him the time to what I said. I lost for words, man. I hope Jamal Lowe can get the goals and can get the opportunity injury free, as I know Jamal Lowe usually picked up that 1 or 2 injury in a season, but hopefully, he can be okay and get more goals on the board for Sheffield, help them stay up in the championship, which I think that's going to be a very, very massive task. That I think that's their aim. Reality check. They survived last season, with 2 games left. But look, let's see. Look, it's going to be a fight for the race. It's going to be a fight for a spot in the 23-man squad. So many players will be looking over their shoulder, will be looking at their phone coming up in 2 weeks' time or a week from now that, am I going to get that call up? Am I going to get that first call up for under the new boss, Steve McCLAREN? You know, so people, bless upon yourself, and I really appreciate on the service. Yeah, thanks for watching. It's another video on the Morning Insider with Nicardo Media House Channel. Bless upon yourself. Salute.